Unit Podcast, Episode 4.
What's the one policy that could solve the challenges of developing nations? Insights by Professor Howard Nicholas.
What really is the one policy that'll get developing countries out of their problems? Obviously, industrial policy. And they do not want it because it's never a win-win situation. If the developing countries tomorrow industrialize, you can be rest assured that the West is not going to enjoy the living standards they currently enjoy. I mean, we've already seen the damage done to them by China. And so I think actually this is a do or die situation for the West, and they're closing ranks on that. However, I think given this geopolitical environment, there is a card for all developing countries to play. And I would say, that's where the independent line comes in. We don't care whether it is the US or China or whoever. You help us industrialize, we will be your friend. That is exactly what Vietnam has said. And that is exactly what they have achieved because the West has opened up its markets to Vietnam. They've said, if you befriend us, we will join your camp. If anyone believes that Vietnam has really joined the Western camp and dumped China, then they're not looking at data. But it's what recently I was having a chat with some African diplomats at a conference, and we were discussing the problems and obstacles facing African countries. I said, you're in the driving seat now. They want your support. So why don't you simply say, okay, China has opened up its markets to us, to our manufactured goods. Why don't you do the same thing? Okay, we have no particular loyalty to anyone except ourselves. If you help us industrialize, fine, But of course, you retain that independence, a bit like Singapore has managed to do, to retain that independence.